From Studio A at 1 Biloxi Square in Fort Worth, Texas, this is the Grandpa and Pappy Show. Oh, yes, indeed it is. Yes, indeed it is. And we welcome you in, everybody, because we have taken about a month off for regenerating our batteries, having a little fun, spending time with our families.
A sabbatical, if you will.
During the holidays, as many of you guys did. I know Pappy and I, we both have family down around the Houston area.
Yeah.
And we were down there to visit families during the Christmas holidays. It was a lot of fun.
I experienced something that I don't get to experience but about every 10 years or so.
What's that?
All three of my boys under one roof.
Well,
With an added bonus, my granddaughter and daughter-in-law.
well, there you go.
Heard we had fun.
Yeah, for all
Lake-
them Facebook postings, I think you did have some pretty good fun.
Lake Jackson Police Department said we did. But we won't get into that.
Well, no, that's another story for another day. It really is.
Fun for everybody but my eldest. So.
But we hope many of you had such a great holiday season that
Yeah.
you're well, and we do appreciate so much you coming back and being with Grandpa and Pappy as we start a brand new year.
Thank you for your support.
Absolutely, 2022. And
Happy New Year,
just
everybody.
Cannot even imagine how quick these years are coming up on us.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
It seemed like just about 4 months ago we were ringing in 2021.
Seems like 4 months ago I turned 21. My mindset hadn't changed, but my body sure has.
A lot of things have happened in the month ahead that we were off.
Yep.
And we won't bore you with it, but I guess you can see I'm wearing my Dallas Cowboy jersey because the
Go
NFL
Boys.
playoffs start this weekend.
Yeah.
And the Dallas Cowboys are going to open up the playoff season by facing a very familiar foe, their old nemesis.
And some bad boys defensively.
The San Francisco 49ers are coming to Jerry's World
Yep.
on Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
And golly, I can just, I love to think back to those games in the 80s with Tom Landry,
Montana.
his teams going against Montana and the 49ers. And then when Jimmy Johnson took over and from 92, 93, 94, and 95, they met numerous times for the NFC Championship. And
They
Jimmy's
did.
old yell, "How about them Cowboys?" came in the locker room of the San Francisco 49ers stadium after the Cowboys beat San Francisco for the NFC Championship.
Went into Philadelphia, too, whilst we were spanking some Eagle butt.
Yep, absolutely.
Who the hell are the Cowboys? Well, they
But,
found out, didn't they?
We certainly hope the Cowboys have a great Sunday afternoon, and they game plan for these guys because, as Pappy said, those boys have a bad defense. I mean, those boys are bad. Their front four is possibly the best front four in football, and they are some bad boys.
They like hearing bones cracking and stuff.
Absolutely.
And we lost a great coach, too, John Madden.
We lost John
God
Madden.
rest his soul. I
And we
never
lost,
really liked that man, but when I'd hear his voice, I would dash in front of the TV, see what the hell he was talking about.
And we lost Dallas Cowboy legend Dan Reeves,
Dan
who
Reeves,
later
yeah.
became a very successful
And you cannot,
head football coach.
who?
And who?
And you cannot forget sweet little Betty White.
Yes,
Oh,
Betty
yeah.
White.
Sweet soul.
Yeah.
What a sweet soul.
Did you ever see any of her early day pictures?
Yeah.
Hubba, hubba.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
what was her name? Jack Ludden, or what was it?
Alan.
Alan Ludden. Yeah, he knew how to pick them.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And he was the love of her life. She never got married again.
We watch that show.
Password.
With the
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that brain part. Yeah, we watch that daily. Love it. Love it.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, with the passing of another year and 2022 coming in,
Yeah.
one of the biggest things that people tend to do is to make New Year's resolutions. Yeah, what are you going to do this year
I don't
to
not make a
improve
resolution.
yourself?
Hell, I'm just now getting used to the new me from 55 years ago. So, I don't make resolutions.
Well, the three
How
of
about you?
us, speaking of me and Pappy and Special K, we don't make resolutions anymore.
don't?
I don't because I hate to be 10 days in and have broken them, you know.
I'm talking 2 hours
So, you know,
until I get to the freezer and find that Three Generations.
yeah,
tequila.
and it makes me feel so inappropriate or down on myself because I can't stick with one thing.
Why lie to yourself?
Yeah, so I just
When there's so many other people out there,
I
you
just
can lie
quit
to.
making them. Just quit making them.
Yeah, it's kind of like a promise. I don't make promises. Helen will tell me, "Do you promise?" No, I don't. Matter of fact.
Yeah, as that song goes, I promise you, you know, or something like that.
Yeah.
But let's see what you guys had to say about your New Year's resolutions, which we ask you on our Facebook group page.
Pretty colorful comments on this segment right here.
And Bob Baker started it off simply just by saying, well, you know, Bob,
Yeah.
he told us, I'll do better.
He's going to learn how to bait a hook
He's
finally,
not,
probably.
He's not going to be cornered in with any question.
Bob a shark cookie. He's one of them stinking thinkers, you know, or
Yes, he is.
or thinking stinkers, whatever it is. Susan Saunders said for her it would be to be a better person and try not to flip my lid so easily. Well, I hope that comes to mind next time I sit next to you at the field office there, Susan.
If you know Susan, you know exactly what she said.
Put a headlock on you to be all over.
But the greatest friend you could ever ask for.
Oh,
Love her to
sweetheart.
death.
Sweetheart of a lady. Yeah.
Mark Green told us, it says for him it would have to be more patient. He said, I get easily irritated by the stupidity of some people,
Yeah.
and I just want to punch them sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, patience is what I'm striving for.
What you got, K-Bird?
K-Bird?
Well, I know somebody in this room that needs to make that resolution,
Patience.
Grandpa,
Well,
especially when riding in the car.
Uh-oh.
I have no patience for people that are stupid driving a car.
I'm glad I was left out of that seg.
I'll ride in the car with you, JT,
you'd
especially after 5 o'clock in the evening.
be laying in the floorboard with a divine one in a fetal position if you did.
That is correct.
And it's
But I'll get you there safe and very quickly too.
there you go. There you go.
Mark, okay. Deidre Tedford Smith simply said to be who God created me to be, and Alice Harvey said not to make any resolutions.
There you go.
I like it, Alice.
Susan Sorensen and Melissa Parker Dawson both said it would be to lose weight.
Yeah.
If you're not alone there. Trust me on that one. Workout facilities see their memberships increase significantly after the first of each year. As a matter of fact, I was reading an article the other day about New Year's resolutions, and the number one thing was to lose weight.
Yeah.
The number two thing was to quit smoking.
Oh, hell with that.
And the
1
number
out of 2
three
isn't
thing
bad.
was to quit drinking.
1 out of 3 isn't bad.
So, and then, you know, they were arguing about people breaking their resolutions so quickly, like you and I have talked about before. They sign up, all these gym memberships go sky high, and they're happy, and all this stuff, and all that food they ate all during Thanksgiving, all during Christmas, and all the booze they drank on New Year's Eve. They're going to take it off, and then after 2 sessions, they quit.
I've been told by more than a few that I need to gain weight.
Yeah, yeah, you do.
Well, you get old, you get skinny, and,
Yeah,
and much shorter.
yeah,
Susan Sorensen and Melissa Parker Dawson both said it would be to lose weight.
that's what we just said.
Well, I think it was worth repeating.
Maybe yours is to get your memory back.
Yeah, that would be my New Year's resolution. But I would forget it in 5
Less
minutes. So.
senior citizen moments. Yes.
Jenny Sue Barker told us she wants to remember every day to thank God for giving me another day and His unconditional love.
Ain't it so?
Yeah,
Good wish.
yeah.
Missy Mathis said for her, it would be to be more kind to others that I meet.
Yeah,
The world has gotten away from kindness to one another,
yeah.
and it would be such a better place if each person showed more kindness to one another.
In a perfect world, that would be good.
Well, if we just did 50% better, it'd be a better place.
That's right. Hell, 10% would be good for me.
Yeah, true.
And my pseudo daughter-in-law, Becky Holden, out in East Texas, said, "Nope, I don't make resolutions. If it happens, it happens." And I know this girl pretty good. She's right. Donna Briggs Moss says not to jump off the Empire State Building. That way I know for sure I can keep my resolutions. Ha ha.
Yeah, she has no intentions of jumping off the Empire State Building.
She was raised proper
but
by
that's
God.
one she could keep.
That's right.
Absolutely. Patsy Gray told us, Pappy, that for her it is to be a better mom and wife to her family. I work a full-time job, then come home to a full-time job as a mom, and it gets me frustrated sometimes, and I get a little short-tempered. My family doesn't deserve that. So listen up, family, Mr. Gray.
Step up.
If she's working a full-time job outside of the home and having to come home and work full-time, you guys need to chip in a little bit more and give Mom a break.
That's a fact. You know something, amigo? That is something that's always been heavy laden on my mind. Being raised by the mother that I was raised by, God rest her soul. I mean, she worked a full-time job at a dry cleaners. Of course, Dad had a job.
Sure.
He was a police officer in Lubbock. Mom would come home and she would do ironing for people
Yeah.
on weekends, and she was raising four snot-nosed kids. I don't know how she did it. I really don't know how a mother does it.
Those women are
these days.
amazing.
Oh,
They certainly are amazing.
Thank God for little girls.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy Layla Armistead says, I usually make one at the last minute. If I was going to make one, it'd be the last minute.
I heard that.
Mike Tanner just wants to keep the faith, and Melanie Renee Sisk wants to eat better and be healthier this coming year for sure.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Barry Thompson said, I don't know why people make resolutions in the first place.
Yeah.
They have every good intention at first, but by the 15th of January, those resolutions seem to go by the wayside
Ain't it so?
as life settles back into their lives.
Yeah.
So I feel guilty about breaking a resolution. Just don't make them in the beginning.
Well, that's a fact. And what do they say about you can't be successful if you continue to do the wrong things over and over and over and expect good results out of them?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
a good point.
Maybe that was New Year's resolution in the beginning. And to close out this first segment on this week's show of 3, Tony Sinclair said, people are so funny. They make resolutions every year with all good intentions of keeping them, only to admit that they've already broken them 30 days into the new year. That's a fact. So don't make any more and just try to be a better person than you already are. You will be amazed at the difference it will make for you and those that are around you.
Well, actually, we have a couple of more left. Butch Sparks said for America to please do something together. Don't give up. Start something real and then finish it. Yeah. Your government won't. Butch Sparks said simply to be the change.
Jack.
What?
You need to make a memory resolution. You're on the wrong page.
I'm on the wrong page.
Well,
Yes.
And you blamed it all on me. What is wrong with you, man?
Well,
You're on the wrong page.
You back on that dope again, boy? Okay.
Sorry.
of course, Eden.
We're going to rewind.
Right.
Okay, where are we? Segment 2.
We're going to go.
Right.
Well, we heard what your resolutions are for the new year. We're
Yep.
going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to ask you what the United States should make as a New Year's
And when we
resolution.
do break, we're going to put his cart back behind the horse, okay?
I tell you, no respect here. No respect. You know what I'm saying? No respect. We'll be back with more of the Grandpa and
That's
Pappy
right,
Show
right
right
after
after this.
I know this guy. I've talked to him on the phone. He knows his stuff.
Did you get your papers in order?
Yeah, I got my papers in order. I sure did.
I had to reboot all my stuff.
Well, there you go.
I'm sitting here looking at all this paper like a monkey humping a football, wondering what the hell's going on.
Well, what would it be if the United States were to just come out and make a New Year's resolution? We ask you that question.
What would be your opinion on that?
Just to get back to the way it used to be before all this COVID crap,
Yeah.
and let Americans be free and do what they want to do.
They should all say, we're voting Republican.
They should do that too.
That's right.
Well, let's see what you guys have to say about what you think the United States should make as far as resolutions go.
Okay.
Doug Gressett simply said to get back to living. Amen to that. Michael Perry said it would be to show the American people that the leaders of our country are corrupt and trying to change our country to socialism.
You know, and I agree with that wholeheartedly, Doug, but I think both sides are corrupt as hell. Look up the two-word definition of government. You'll see what it's all about the dollar, I guess.
It is that.
Bob Baker told us that what it should be is to return back to the basic concepts of liberty. Tony Haha says it's God's peace and God's grace.
There you go, Tony. Good job.
Tony, a good man.
He is. And Melissa Keene said on YouTube that America should commit to bringing back our individual freedoms that seem to have vanished, and to guarantee that the principle of individual freedoms and right to choose for themselves are returned.
That is well said.
I couldn't agree
That
more.
is, there again, in a perfect world.
In a perfect world.
John Bossy said it would be to stop listening to people with an agenda like Fauci. Paul Westerfield kind of echoed John by saying, get someone to head up the COVID research that actually knows what the hell they're doing and not flip-flop every other day. He's kind of like old JB. You know, somebody asked him an intelligent question and he just two blocks his ass.
He does that. Charles Busey said to get a patriotic conservative president and not the bumbling puppet we have now. Sherry Briggs Cone agreed by simply saying, yes.
By God.
Yes.
Yes. Ellen Gray said on Twitter that the U.S. just needs to go back to being the U.S., where Americans are absolutely free, our police departments are strong, and our justice systems actually punish those who break the law of the land.
Bingo.
We lost that real quick.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well said, Ellen. Yeah.
Sabrina Monk Draving says she needs to bring God back in. Crawford Young said the country needs an enema, then hit the reset button. Charles Busey, Barton Taylor, Josh Brooks, and Lance Forster all agreed with what
And you know
Crawford said.
And you know what, Crawdaddy? Who the hell's going to clean the mess up after that happens?
Ain't it so? God,
it
that'd be
won't-
a hell of a mess,
It
wouldn't
won't
it?
be the blue side, I guarantee told you that. Ingle Richards said to never, ever elect someone like Joe Biden again, and Annie Jo told Richard that he wasn't elected. That's food for thought. And Ingle Richard agreed by saying, not legitimately he wasn't.
Well, there you go.
That's a fact.
Mickey Reeves said on YouTube, Pappy, that America needs to resolve to get our country headed in the direction that President Trump was taking us. We were energy independent, gas prices were down, there was no supply chain problems, groceries were affordable, and unemployment was at an all-time low.
Yep,
These are the things that she needs to strive for.
that's a fact. You know, I heard Hillary's tossing her bid back in.
Well, please say it ain't true.
Oh, mercy.
Russell Curlin up in Wyoming said, let's go, Brandon. By God.
Let's go, Brandon.
Leslin Fletcher Pruitt simply said America needs to be a democracy again, and Joe Walker said to be a republic again.
Food for thought.
Yeah, which is a no-no when I was being raised.
I understand.
We were poor.
Marjorie Simmons said on Instagram that America just needs to get back to having common sense again.
Yep.
Whoa!
Boom!
2 words
By
again.
God.
If she could regain it, 99% of the problems facing our country would go away. But then again, we are talking common sense. I'm loving that.
Most powerful 2 words in the American language. Butch Sparks said for America to please do something together. Don't give up. Start something real, then finish it. Your government won't. Butch Sparks said simply to be the change.
Be the change. That'd be a hell of a motto.
That is key. Be the change.
Be the change. That would be a great motto for a candidate.
That'll be Trump's new
Be
saying.
the change. Simple, but yet right to the
Be
point.
the change, which is what this show's all about. We're allowing you to dive into that process.
Absolutely.
Be heard. Let your voice be heard outside of this show as well, okay?
Finally, the last part of this segment, Cindy Prentice said America should get rid of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And then she may give accurate information to all Americans instead of the hogwash being spouted by those on the internet.
Yeah. Everybody's got a sense of humor about stuff they don't want to talk about.
I could not have said that better myself. Our last segment, we're going to be talking about Joe Biden's policies.
Mm-hmm.
A simple question was, can America survive Joe Biden's policies? It seems to be a lot of talk going around the talk circuit about that very thing.
It's not getting any easier, amigo.
It's not. It's
Keep
not.
your powder dry, folks. You might
So we
need it.
asked you on our Facebook group page what your opinion was of it, and Doug Gressett said, yes, we can. We have to win in order to, in order to be Americans. It may not be easy, but it can be done.
It can be. As long as
I
we don't
agree.
wait any longer, you know. I mean, the longer you wait, the harder it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Agreed.
Further down the hill you tumble, the harder it is to get back to the top.
True that.
Jerry Williamson said, as long as the country has a united Republican Senate and Joe Manchin, we can make it. But if Joe's Build Back Better bill were to pass, then I have my doubts that we will prosper as a nation. If his Green New Deal were to go through, then you might ought to prepare for some dark days ahead. No pun intended, I bet. Well said, Jerry.
Yeah, Special K was telling us about the... why don't you tell us about that commercial that we saw?
Yeah.
Well, there's a commercial on one of the news stations, probably not CNN, that was saying, as far as the Green New Deal is, if they do away with the energy sector, it shows that everything will disappear. Your phones, your shoes, your clothing,
Yep.
your eyeglasses,
Computers.
everything is based on petroleum.
That's
and
right.
it's just a fact.
It is.
And so, yeah, be prepared
Yep.
for everything that you see and touch to go away. And it's amazing how they did it. It just shows it all disappearing.
Well,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you,
It's a fabulous commercial.
It is.
The 3D printer business would skyrocket if that happens. Need to
heard
print
that.
me up a new pair of drawers.
Yeah, but you still got to have petroleum products to make
That's true.
you know.
That is a fact, yeah.
Our friend Mike Mackey said it will survive only because of the resiliency of the citizens of our great country. I sincerely hope that no politician can destroy this country.
They're working on it.
They're trying hard, aren't they?
I tell you what, it's in the process as we speak. And our buddy Bob Baker told us that they are not Joe Biden's policies. Now this I agree with. Bob, pretty sharp cookie here. We're under attack by forces greater than him. Thinking that we're going to win in court or the Senate chambers is a bit naive, I would say. I agree with that, Bob.
Yeah, I do too.
Somewhat.
Kelly Burns said, come on midterms, I should say it that way. Come on midterms. John Bossy said, yes, we can survive, but we must stand strong behind our Constitution.
Ain't it a fact?
Yeah, it's not about which side you're on. It's about following our Constitution.
It is. And that's exactly
Bingo.
what they're attacking in order to proceed with the current agenda that
Correct.
they've got going on, which is much shit of mini bullets.
Absolutely.
Kylie Armstrong said that we may be in a catch-22 situation. We have an inept president who can't find a bathroom, a vice president who doesn't know what to do, and a Speaker of the House who's as crooked as the overpasses in Dallas.
Along with her eyebrows.
Yeah, that's some crooked stuff. So what is the answer? No one seems to be able to think of one. Well, they need to.
Yeah, somebody needs to.
I like that, Kylie.
And finally, Robert Miles agreed with Kylie and said, that's really a disturbing thought. If we remove Joe from office, we could get Kamala or Pelosi. She's right. We really are caught in a catch-22 situation.
Yeah.
Unless the people of this great country rise and say, that is enough.
Did you ever watch that movie Catch-22?
Oh yeah.
The only part that sticks out in my mind is when that idiot comes in with scissors and pulls a T-shirt out and goes snip, snip. I love that movie.
Well, while we were on our 1 month sabbatical, we did get some viewer comments from you guys that we'd like to share with you right now. Robert O'Shea said, I got to catch a few of your shows over the holidays. Thanks for letting people voice their opinion on different topics. Some of those opinions really get a fella to thinking. And that's what it's all about here on the Grandpa and Pappy
Thank
Show.
you for the kudos. Yeah, that's what we're all about. That's,
Absolutely.
after much deliberations, me and my amigo and his sweet Special K discussed it, and that's exactly how we set this show up. You know, the silent majority needs to be heard.
Absolutely.
And be heard outside of the show while you're at it, please. Rosemary Stewart told us she watched a show on American Spirit and she really enjoyed it. Well, thank you, Rosemary. Our country can survive a lot of things, but only if our citizens continue to have that spirit and love for our great country, and that is very well said. I like that.
Jason Ridley said on YouTube that I accidentally came across your show on 9/11. Wow, that brought back some terrible memories, since I had a firefighter cousin who perished that day.
Wow.
A lot of memories shared by your viewers were very touching too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Jason,
Where were you when you heard that news?
I'd just gotten out of the shower.
Did you?
Yeah, Special K came running in. She had left for work and came back in and said, turn on the TV.
Got an ugly movie on. That's what I thought it was. I was in New Zealand, New Plymouth, New Zealand on the North Island. And my girlfriend at the time woke me up saying, you need to get in here and watch this. About 2:15 a.m. over there, right?
Jeez.
And I walked in there all starry-eyed going, what the hell? It was a long 2.5 months where I got to come home.
I bet it was.
Yeah, it's crazy. And to close out this week's viewer opinions, Corey618 said on Twitter that we need to scale down relating our views on the different topics and only let the people talk. We get enough opinions on the news today. Well, you're listening to the wrong damn opinions for one, Corey.
That's exactly, Corey.
Maybe you need to hear the truth.
We encourage all opinions, whether we agree with it or not. We respect your opinion,
That's what we're about.
but you respect ours too. We have our own opinion too.
Yeah, but we're glad, Corey, that you're on board with us, and let us hear from you more often, man.
Hey, if you have an idea or suggestion for a program here on the Grandpa and Pappy Show, it's very simple. If you'll look over my head here, you can send your suggestion or comment to our email address at grandpaandpappy@gmail.com, or
Or you can simply hit us up on our show website page, which can be found by keying in www.grandpaandpappy.com. That's grandpa with a letter N-pappy.com, where you'll find a big old red button. Won't cost you a thin penny, won't even cost you a bent slug. Just subscribe. We're numbers driven, and would love having you on board. What can they find once they're on the page?
boy, they can find all kinds of things
all kind
like
of crap to get into.
you can voice your opinion on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube.
That's right. Plus, don't forget you can send us show topics. We love getting show topics from our listeners. You know,
Hey, or you can go to our Grandpa and Pappy Facebook group page.
Yeah.
And if you're not a member of it, just simply send us a request and we'll send you a request.
Yeah, you get to see
Invitation.
everything that's unedited.
We hope you guys will have a great week. Some of the coming shows, we're going to have the Republican candidate for Tarrant County County Judge.
Brother Tim O'Hare.
Tim O'Hare is going to be here
Sharp
with us.
cookie.
Always a great interview and a great guy.
Sharp cookie.
But in the meantime, we ask you to reach out and hug your kids and let them know you love them.
Take care of one another, by God. We're all we got left right now, anyway.
That's exactly right. And let them kids know that we love them right here on the Grandpa and Pappy Show, too.
By God.
Absolutely.
Love them babies,
Till
don't
we
we?
see you again, everybody, take care of each other. It doesn't cost anything to be nice. God bless you. God bless America. And we will see you
We
soon.
love you each and every one. Let us hear from you.
Bye-bye.